Dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF Solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. Are you seeking advice on immigration-related matters? At BWF Solicitors, our immigration team are experts in dealing with everything from general immigration to complex immigration work permits, arranging student visas, as well as entry clearance visas, family visas, and appeals. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation. Our office is open from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and on Saturdays by appointment only from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP, just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, is also a qualified barrister and a member of the Ghana Bar Association. He has acted as an expert in court cases involving aspects of Ghanaian law. He has also advised local authorities, the official solicitor's office, and other solicitors on the intricacies of Ghanaian law, and is a regular contributor on the radio and TV on matters concerning Ghanaian law.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to today's show, Hanging Out with your host. Today I have with me lawyer Eunice Champong, who is a solicitor and also a partner at BWF Solicitors. Today's topic is dependent children apply under the EU settlement scheme. And lawyer Eunice will be taking us through who is a dependent child and the process that you have to go through, necessary documentation that you might need to present. BWF Solicitors is a law firm that deals with immigration and nationality, the Ghana law and practice, family law, dispute resolutions, just to mention a few. So you have any issues regarding these areas that I've made mention of. At the end of the show, Lawyer Eunice will be giving out her contact details for you to get in touch with the team. So without wasting much time, I would also like to remind you to share this program, share to all your contacts and loved ones. If you would like to contribute to this program, of course, we'd like to hear from you. You can do so on our Facebook page. If you prefer to talk to us live in the studio, you can do so on 0744 8619 711. The number again is 0744 8619 711. You can also send us a WhatsApp message if you prefer to do that. Lawyer Eunice, you're welcome.
Hi, Vicky. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm doing well. Good.
So, Lawyer Eunice, we'd like to get some updates from you before we talk about today's topic. If you have any updates for us.
Okay. Before I go on to the updates, I would like to say congratulations on being selected by the Labour Party as councillor for New Addington South.
Thank you.
I think we are looking forward to you being on our political screens very soon.
Of course. And both of us as a team will really fight a very good cause for our community. And
Yes.
that is the reason why I, put my name out there, to I think that's the way. I just needed that platform. And I
Yes.
also wanted the motivation as well was to encourage a lot of our Black community children.
Mm,
They need
mm,
mentors, they need people that they can look up to. Most of
yes.
the time, correct me if I'm wrong, people from our community are too laid back. The opportunities are there, but
Yes.
they just feel, I don't think I can do it without even
Mm,
giving it a try. You'll be
yeah.
very amazed that in the area that I am in, we have so many brilliant people from the Black community, but
Amazing.
nobody wants to take up that challenge. But when it
Mm,
comes to help out, they are there. And you'll be surprised, this is the first time we have a Ghanaian, and as not even a Ghanaian man or woman, but a Ghanaian
wow.
who has been
Person.
given
Yeah.
this. Exactly. So I believe that this will not be in vain. It will encourage a lot of people in our Black community to try and take these challenges, to
Of
encourage.
course.
And I would like to see more of our young ones. I would
Of
like to
course,
see
of
them.
course. And
Yeah,
I
I
think
would like
we've
to see
done really
more of,
well for paving the way. So
of
now that
course.
we've seen that we have a Ghanaian taking up this challenge, hopefully the young Croydon Parliament will also see that we can also do it. We can't just be in the young
Exactly.
parliament and not
Exactly.
go that much further. We have to go that much further and
Of
continue to
course.
make change. It's all
Of
about
course.
making progressive change. So I
Yes.
thank you for also taking up the challenge and
Yes.
giving our young people the encouragement to do so as well.
I
Fantastic.
think when I first discussed with you my intentions, you were one of the first people who gave me that encouragement. Vicky, just go for it. And I thank you so much as well.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I know you can do it. We're rooting for you and we're hoping that we can also help you bring that change. So I'm all out for you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go on to our updates.
Right.
So, as you mentioned, in regards to our updates for immigration in general, we usually say that it is always changing and it's always progressing, and there's nothing that remains the same. And as you have seen over the past few, should I say, years, the Home Office has taken up this role of now having to take a much more flexible approach when it comes to decision making. And it's interesting that this week they brought out their, should I say, ethical standards framework or guidance, which most caseworkers will be familiar with. And it is to say that because of the Windrush scandal and the fact that the laws that were in place did not favor those people who had come from their home countries to come and work here in the UK to build the economy. And so, therefore, there needed to be a much more flexible approach in the way that the Home Office now makes decisions that come before them. And so they have this ethical standards of being considerate and respectful and compassionate, and also obviously being pragmatic in the way that they make their decisions. And so even now, when they're making decisions and they haven't got certain evidence, they will come and ask, or they will send emails out to ask, can this evidence be provided? Can you provide A, B, and C? And it's not like the old system where it was so harsh. As soon as something wasn't available, it was just refusal. And
Yeah.
so it's a good thing that they are now taking this, should I say, fair approach when making their decisions. And to go on without saying this will also not help with our EU nationals as well. It's good that we also have this system in place where they can obviously continue to make the applications, whether it be as a family member or somebody who already has a residence card or who has permanent residence card. The EU settlement scheme is still open for you to make those applications, and it is also important that you will need those things when you're also traveling as well. If you want to make applications for your family members to join you outside of the UK, family members who are close. So that can be your wife, your husband, your child, your grandparents, your parents, your grandchild. Those people, you can still, should I say, make an application for them to join you here in the UK. And that's one of the things that we'll be talking about in our main topic for today. And so, for those that made applications for extended family members, such as their brothers or sisters or nieces, nephews, cousins, uncles, aunties, if you made the application before the 31st of December 2020 that has passed, it is good to know that even though the deadline of 30th of June 2021 has gone past, you will still have the Home Office grant them EU settlement scheme family payments rather than the EA family permits, which they said will no longer be valid from the 30th of June 2021. And so it's a good thing that they also have now taken that step to issue EU settlement scheme family permits rather than say that that will not be available at all. So I think that also goes in standing with their ethical approach in making decisions. And so we welcome every good thing. Yes. And so I'll leave the updates as that and then we can
Right.
continue.
Okay. All right. So, Eunice, today's topic, dependent children applying under the EU settlement scheme. If you could please tell us who are dependent children under the Appendix EU?
Okay, so when we talk about dependent children, usually it's a good thing to look at what our law says first of all, and we're looking at Appendix EU of the immigration rules, and as a result of the rules changing due to the UK leaving the EU, we also have, should I say, migrated some of the European laws into our own British immigration rules, such that the withdrawal agreement, which was agreed between the EU and the UK, has also protected the rights of most EU nationals and their family members who continue to remain in the UK. And so, under Appendix EU, it protects all of those rights. And one of the things that they have also protected is the right of EU family members to also have their children continue to live with them. And prior to Appendix EU even coming into force, under our EA regulation 2016, if you were over the age of 21, you will still need to show dependency. You will still need to show that you are dependent on your parents to be able to continue to live and to do what was necessary for you. And so, if you look directly at Appendix EU, children could be a child of an EA national or his spouse. It could be a grandchild. It could be um, an adopted child. It could also be a child that has a special guardianship order in place, or it could be that a parent who has a child arrangement order where the child lives with them most of the time could also make an application for that child to be granted pre-settled status or settled status under our EU settlement scheme. And so prior to our Appendix EU coming into force, um, you wouldn't have all these different categories of children, but it's good that you now have like all these different categories of children who come under our Appendix EU. And it specifically states that obviously, if you are making this application, the relationship should have been formed before the specified date, which is the 31st of December 2020, that has just gone past. So it's important that we realize that this is in regards to those children who were your children before that specified date of 31st December 2020. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've just joined us, this is Hanging Out BWF Solicitors. With me is lawyer Eunice Achampong. She's a solicitor and also a partner at BWF Solicitors. Today's topic is dependent children applying under the EU settlement scheme. If you would like to contribute to this program, you can do so on our Facebook page at BWF Solicitors. You can also contribute to this program by calling us on 0744 8619 711. You can also send us a WhatsApp message and we'll get the message. Please send in your questions and share to all your colleagues and loved ones. I believe that this program will be of benefit to someone. Yes, Laura Eunice, what is dependency?
So when we say dependency, another thing that the Appendix EU of our immigration rules also does is to define what it is. And so it clearly defines dependent as somebody who is basically relying on that EU national for their financial needs, but not only their financial needs, but also that social support. And it might be that they may have health issues, and so they are relying on them um, based on that health issue that they may have. And it is to provide them with the essential needs, or should I say, partly to provide them with their essential needs. So it doesn't have to be every need that the person has, but um, at least partly what the essential needs of that person is, that should be provided by that EA national or their spouse. And so when we say essential needs can be your accommodation, where you are living. It could be food, it could be water, it could be clothing, it could be transportation, it could be even things like heating, it could be things like your electricity and water.
Okay.
So when we say essential needs, I think people obviously have an idea as to what we are talking about. And so if that is being provided to you by the support of somebody else, that of course is an essential need. And so it's very clear from our Appendix EU. And prior to that, we had different case laws that would also speak about what dependency is. And so you had cases such as Lim and Rees talking about the fact that if you are saying that you are dependent, it is up to you to prove or to
Okay.
provide the evidence that you are actually depending on the EA national or the spouse for that need that you say is essential. And obviously, it also has to be a continuing need, or should I say, a continuing form of dependency. So, yes, when we say dependency in that broad sense, it's not that everything that you need has to be provided, but at least partly that support in terms of your finances or the meeting of your essential needs has to be provided by that EA national or his or her spouse. Yeah.
Okay. So, Laura Eunice, is there any need to show both post and continuing dependency?
So, like I was saying before, so for instance, when somebody has said to you, I want to make an application, and when I was thinking about the application, because I am over the age of 21 and my
Yeah.
parents are here in the UK, they've been looking after me, but I am now, let's say, 26. And since my mom left, she's always taking care of me. And therefore, um, it's not as if this is something that she's just started to do. She has always taken care of me, provided for my school fees, provided for things that I need at school and things that I will need. So, of course, once I've decided to make this application, I can provide that evidence.
Mhm.
making sure that, of course, because the immigration rules are saying that you should be able to show evidence if you are above the age of 21. So somebody who is under the age of 21 wouldn't need to show dependency.
Okay.
And with the concession in place, all those children who are under 21 get the same status as their parents. So regardless of whether they've lived here for 5 years or not, if their parents have settled status and they apply for the child will also have that automatic settled status as well. So
Okay.
it's fantastic for those children who are under the age of 21. So coming back to this person who is over the age of 21, if this person is saying that they have been looked after by their mother for this period of time, then all they need to mainly show is the fact that from the age of 21, their mom has continued to provide for them and has been showing evidence of maybe receipts, evidence of maybe the fact that the accommodation she's even living in is being provided by her mom. So maybe she's renting. So the mom has been sending money for the rent, and obviously, if that could be shown through money remittance receipts and
Mhm.
other documentation, it could be that the applicant's name is on the tenancy agreement, but every month or when she was going for the accommodation for the year, her
Mhm.
mom sent her this full payment in advance for her to make that payment. So things like that help in terms of showing evidence of dependency. And so this child is saying, I'm making this application. I'm going to include all this evidence that I've been dependent on my mom. Once she is granted 6 months family permit, as they usually do, she will come and then she will have to make an application for pre-settled status, or obviously she will make that application for limited leave to remain. And that is where she will also need to provide all those other evidences she provided when she was making that application for the prior um, application when she was in Ghana. And then the fact that she's now here in the UK, she would just need to provide evidence that, yes, I am here in the UK. I've lived here, let's say, 1 month. I have a letter from Tesco, or I have a letter from Asda, and
Yeah.
my parents' address is so so and so. So I have this to provide to show that I am still dependent on my parents. And of course, that would suffice. And it makes sense to do so continuously, because when you are going to apply for indefinite leave to remain,
Mhm.
this is something that they also look at. So if she comes and then at some point in time she meets somebody, she forms her own family, she's now living away from her mother, and then the 5 years come, and then she's saying to herself, I'm just going to put in the application for indefinite leave to remain. It will come as a shock if they refuse it, but it shouldn't be a shock, because the whole point of you making the application was to show that you are dependent on your parents. So if
Right.
you are no longer dependent on them, then it means you don't meet the requirement, and
Mm.
therefore you can't um obviously say it's their fault if they don't grant it to you, because you do not meet the requirement. You should show that you are depending on your parents for that continuous 5 year period in order for them to grant you your settled status or your indefinite leave to remain.
To
So
remain.
it's important that you continue to be dependent. And you have different case laws, such as child weed, that say that where there's a break or there isn't evidence of continuous dependency, then obviously that would show that they cannot continue to grant you further leave, or they cannot
Mhm.
grant you that status as a family member of an EU national. So it's important that there is that continuity.
Okay. All right. Lawyer Eunice, Stacy has a question for you. She says, "Good afternoon. I'm really enjoying this topic. Hi, yes." She says, "I have a daughter who is back home and she's over 21 years old. She finished university last year and is now at home without a job. I send her money for transportation, bills, and her general upkeep. I sometimes ship to her food and clothing. I want to apply for her to join me in the UK. My husband is an EEA national, and I have been given 5 years, ye, 5 years EUSS residence permit. What evidence can she provide in support of her application?"
Okay, just before that, somebody put on our Facebook,
Yes.
can someone with settled status delayed for more than 1 year for a decision? I think he was trying to say if you've applied for settled status and it has been delayed,
Mm,
um, in terms of them making a decision,
mm,
what can be done? So,
okay.
if, for instance, you've applied for settled status and for about 1 year you still haven't heard anything, I think you could call the EU resolution team. Definitely give them a call. Give them your unique application number, the
Yeah.
3434 number, and hopefully they should be able to get back to you in terms of the point at which they've reached in terms of the application. So, yeah, give them a call and see what they say. If you don't think that they've given you a favorable answer, you can go ahead and also
Okay.
make complaints as well. So, yes. And then he said, what's the meaning of leave to remain? So, when you say pre settled status, it
Mhm.
also means limited leave to remain. So, limited leave to remain under our Appendix EU is the fact that they are granting you 5 years leave to remain. So, instead of indefinite leave to remain, where there are no conditions on your leave, leave to remain is 5 years. And then after that 5 year period, then you can apply for indefinite leave to remain. So, leave to remain is when you are giving your first 5 years status as an EU national family member.
Mm.
So
Oh,
coming back to our question from Stacey, is it?
you need me to read it again, or you are so intelligent that you've already recorded it in there, so you can just go back for a replay.
Actually, yeah, I might need you to help me. So
Oh,
Stacey says that she is um, wanting to make an application for her daughter, and
yes,
um, her daughter is basically about the
over
age of
21 years.
and she wants to make the application for her because she's unemployed, is it?
Yeah,
And obviously, she wants to know what she needs to provide in terms of the
the
application.
application.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I told you, you are too intelligent.
Thank you so much. So, in terms of Stacey's question, like I said before, I think she may have been listening ahead of time.
Mm,
If she wants to make this application for her daughter, it's important that she's able to show that from the age of 21, she's been looking after her daughter, and therefore, if it is still that she's been shipping to her, she can provide receipts of those things. She can provide receipts of her money transfers to her daughter. And it's good to also see what this money has been used for. So, we are talking about essential needs. We can't just show money being transferred to her daughter, that we have to show what it was for. So if her daughter is was in school at that time when she was 21, then she can provide a letter from the school or school receipts. If her daughter is unemployed and is staying somewhere and she's using the money to pay for the rent, she's using the money to pay for the bills, then she needs to provide evidence of that money being paid for rent or the bills that she's also paying for. If the money we are saying is being used for other things and she can provide um, receipts from malls and other
mm,
things,
okay.
then she can use that as well. So it can be quite general. It doesn't have to be specific receipts. But if they can provide such things, then why not? Of course, I know that when it comes to certain marketplaces, you will not be able to get receipts
Exactly.
back
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
So if that is the case, of course, I'm not saying that you have to go and ask them to get receipt, but things like mobile phone bills and things like that, where there are receipts available, why not? Why not show that your mother is helping you pay for your phone
Oh,
bills and the rest of it? So things like that should come to mind when you're thinking about how to provide evidence of your essential needs.
mm,
And then when it comes to um, obviously the mother here in the UK, if she is the one who is married to the EA national, not only will she provide copy of her passport and evidence that she has also applied to the EU settlement scheme, but she will have to provide the EU national's passport copy and also evidence that he has applied to the EU settlement scheme. That's one of the things that they request when you're even making the application.
yeah.
And then obviously, because she's married to that EU national, she will need to provide a marriage certificate as well, and then evidence of the relationship. If it's her daughter and she has the original birth certificate from the time she was born, she can use that. If not, we always say that it is good to do a DNA test. So once you are able to provide DNA evidence of the relationship between you and your child, that will settle that. And then evidence of the dependency, like I was saying, with the receipts and all of that. We can provide that shipping receipts, WhatsApp communication, phone call itineraries, things like that, to show that not only are you dependent on your mother financially, but
Mhm.
also socially and emotionally. You draw from her to guide you and help to help you in decision making and all of that. And so that also goes a long way to help the application caseworker know that, okay, this is a genuine relationship where support is being provided as and when it is needed. So it's good to have all of those other evidences to show that dependency as well. And of course, when we talk about this parents here in the UK making the application, they also like to see that you can also continue to financially support this person as
Mm,
well. So if you're not working, that's not a good thing, because how are you going to depend? I mean, how's that person
exactly.
going to depend on
Mm,
you when
mm,
you're not working? Is she going to now depend on the state when she comes? So they want to see that you're actually working, and she will be able to depend on you when she
mm,
arrives
mm,
as well. So it's good to show evidence of your pay slips and bank statements as well,
mm,
just so that they
mm.
know that this is somebody who is economically sound and they can continue to provide for this person as and when is needed. So, yes, definitely, I would say that it's important that you provide all of this other evidence so that at least the case has a strong sense of success as well.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So, Stacy, I think Laura Eunice has been able to explain what you are supposed to do. If you need further clarification or would like Laura Eunice to, guide you or help you through the application, she will leave her details on, at the end of the show so that you can get in touch with her and you can take it from there. Thank you. Right. Laura Eunice, I've got another question. This person didn't leave their name. It says, I gather from what you said that if my child has not been granted settled status or indefinite leave to remain, then it is important that he continues to depend on me for a continuous period of 5 years. My son has been working and also has a child. He has moved out of the house, and I sometimes send him some money every fortnight. I am an EEA national from Belgium and have been granted indefinite leave to remain. Will that will what I send him be enough to show dependency?
Okay, so this is to do with a child here in the UK. And usually I say to myself, as soon as a child leaves home and he's no longer at home, what actually shows that he's dependent? You putting money here and there just for the purposes of the application may not help. So it depends maybe on how much money you're putting in. And if it's she maybe she's making a lot of money and so she's able to afford giving her son his rent and other should I say bill payments, then maybe she's got a fighting chance of letting her son make the application once his 5 years is up.
Yeah.
So I'll go back again to what she said. So she obviously understood that she needed her son to show dependency for a continuous period of 5 years in order for him to make his application for indefinite leave to remain when his time is up. I would like to reiterate that the dependency has to be continuing without a break in that dependency. So if this person is relying on you for some sort of financial support, and it has to be financial support as well as social support. So it can't be, let's say, just for emotional support. It has to be both.
Oh,
Yes. So if it's financial support and also emotional or social support, then you have to provide evidence of that. And so if this person is saying that her son has left home
yeah.
and her son also has a child, and then she sends her son money from time to time, is she providing for her son's essential need? That is the main question she needs to ask herself. Is the money that she's giving to her son paying for rent? Is the money that she's giving to her son paying for his utility bills? Is
Mm,
the money that she's giving to her son helping him pay for childcare costs or things that the baby would also need? Is the son working? Yes. If the son is working, how much money is he earning?
amen.
That, of course, he needs the financial backing of his mother. Maybe because of childcare, he can't really work as much. Maybe it's his wife who's the main breadwinner in the family and he's
Mm,
taking care of the child. If he's the child carer and because of that he can't really do many hours, so the number of hours he's doing is very minute. He has to also think, if he's living with this child's mother, um, is he therefore dependent on his mother at all? And
oh,
if the child's mother is not working and he only has some part-time work whatsoever, is the income he's bringing in enough to meet the essential needs of the family? So
yeah.
if, for instance, he's left home and his wife or his partner or girlfriend is not working, he's having to do odd jobs here and there to try and bring in something. But because they are not able to get to that level where they can pay for everything by themselves, so the mother has to step in and help him. So if
Yep.
I say help, I'm talking about essential needs. So is the mother paying for the rent whilst his odd jobs are paying for things like electricity and water? And if that is so, then of course we are talking about this EA National providing partly for the
Mm,
essential needs of the family. So if she's the one providing for rent and then he has to pay for the odd bills here and there, and
mm,
he has to pay for food and the rest, then he may be able to have some form of should I say fighting chance in making the application, because it's mainly to do with this EA National providing for the essential needs of the family. It
Mm.
is more to do with the essential needs more than anything. And so if he's saying that because of the amount of money that his mother is sending him, he's not able to um, do any other hours apart from the hours that he's doing at the moment, and therefore he needs the support of his mother, then
Mm.
maybe he may have a fighting chance. But where he's working, or maybe his girlfriend or partner or wife is also working, or she may not be working, but his income is such that he can take care of himself, take care of his family, then unfortunately that will not suffice in showing that this child is dependent on the
Mm.
mother.
Mm. Mm.
So
Mm.
because she hasn't stated what the circumstances are
Chances
and
are.
how much money she's given to him, I can't also say that she may be able to say that the money she's sending him every fortnight is enough
Mm.
to be able to make that application.
Okay.
So maybe I might need further evidence. And
Evidence.
let's remember that it's over a 5-year period. So
Mm.
he may be able to get a better job. He may be able to,
Right.
um, I mean, move to a place where the rent is not as much. So, yeah, it depends on the circumstances, but it's mainly to do with mommy providing for his essential needs, and that's the key thing.
Okay, great, great. Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen more people are logging in and watching this program. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Please keep on sharing because feedback has been amazing. People are really enjoying this program. They are, you know, they are being enlightened, if I should say. So please keep on sharing. And feel free to send us any question that you want to send us. If you don't want to send it on the public domain, that's the Facebook, you can do so on our WhatsApp number. With that, nobody sees it apart from myself. So you can do so on 0744 8619 711. And you can also call me in the studio on 0744 8619 711. um, Lawyer Eunice, I've got another question coming. This person says, I was also thinking of applying for settled status for my grandchild, since I have settled status too. Can I make the application on his behalf?
So, if the grandchild has lived with this grandparent and is obviously a child that I'm not saying is living with their own parents. So if for instance um grandma is living in Milton Keynes and parents and grandchild are living in London,
Yep.
then unfortunately no, this has to be where, for instance, the grandmother is probably also supporting the main parent and
Yep.
is also supporting the grandchild. Or it could be that the main parent is not in the picture because, for one reason or the other, either they are unfit to take care of this child,
Mm.
or they are deceased, unfortunately. So, if that is the case, and this grandparent is the main carer of this child, and this child lives with the grandparent, then of course they can make the application for
Oh,
settled status because the grandchild lives with this grandparent. So if, for instance, like I said, the parent is in the picture and the grandchild also lives with the parent, even using the example of the last person who asked
Yep.
about her living with her child and her child having a grandchild, I mean, if it's the case that your child is dependent on you and he's not the only one depending on you, but he needs the support that you are giving him to also to, I mean, look after his child as well,
Yeah.
then of course you can make the application for that grandchild to be given settled status, because the child that you have as a grandparent is also being supported by yourself, and
Yeah.
so it means the whole line is looking to you for support. And
Yeah.
so if that is the case, then of course you can make the application for your grandchild. But where the parents are well and able to look after this child and this grandchild is not living with you, then unfortunately you may not be able to make the application for the grandchild.
Okay.
And so, yes, if that is the case, and I get a lot of these a lot of the time, if the parent is being supported by the EA National and his spouse, and then
Mm.
it happens that the family member of the EA National also has a child, their grandchild is also going to be said to be somebody who is a family member of an EA National. And as I said in the beginning, that includes a grandchild as well. And so a grandchild or a great grandchild can also rely or depend on
Okay.
the EA National when they are making the application under the EU settlement scheme. Yes.
Mm. Mm. Okay. In the absence of any further questions, may I at least acknowledge those on Facebook? I wouldn't be able to mention all their names, so if I don't mention your name, please forgive me. I'll just give a shout out to Sandra Frazier. Hi, Sandra. Sandra said, "Good afternoon to you both, beautiful women with brains. Awesome program, amazing."
That's wonderful. Thank you, Sandra.
Yeah, and thank
She's
you,
always sharing.
Nana.
She's
I,
always on it, on the ball.
I know, I know. Also hi to Nana Jaman. He's also one of our top fans.
Yes.
Helena Akiomi, hello, thanks for all your support. Robert Asare, also, yes, very loyal follower. And lastly, Oheneba Kingsley. To me, this guy is my man of the day, watching all the way from Ghana. So, hi, Kingsley.
Wow.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So, Laura Eunice, if you could give us
The,
just a summary of what we've discussed so far
yes.
and also your
Okay.
contact details, for people to get in touch with you. The last time I had people contacting me all the way from Ghana,
Wow.
and I had to
Wow.
give them your contact details to call
Yes.
the office. So I'm
Yes.
so amazed. We've got so many
Yes.
people watching us that
Yes.
needs,
Yes.
your help.
It's
So I'm just
amazing.
hoping and praying. It's my prayer. If you pass it on to Uncle Ben to open branches all over Europe.
I'm sure he's listening right now.
Yes, because I think the demand is increasing.
Of
So
course.
it's not only
Of
people
course.
located in the UK, but we've got people
Yes.
all over Europe, even from Ghana,
Yes. Yes.
wanting BWF solicitors to deal with their cases. So that is
It's
something
true.
I know it involved a lot of money, but
But
um
we've been able to open one in Ghana, so we'll see. We'll
that's
see.
amazing. That's amazing. At least that will help a lot. That will help a lot. But
Definitely.
at least it tells me that what we are doing is really going far and it's helping a lot
Yes.
of people. Yes,
And you don't have many platforms that offer free advice like we do. And
exactly.
so
Exactly.
obviously it's good that we make people aware. And then as
Yes.
we always say, after the program, it is not free. It is chargeable.
Exactly. So if you want free, you make sure that every Saturday when it's 12:55, just log on Facebook. We just come on live 1 p.m. and for 1 whole hour, free advice. Where else will you get this? Oh dear. Yes, well, it is over to you. If you could give us just, a summary, then
Yes, please.
your contact details as well.
Thank you so much, Vicky. So, as we have been talking about dependent children making applications under the EU settlement scheme, it is not just for children of the EU national himself or herself, but also his spouse or her spouse. So, it could be stepchildren, it could be great grandchildren, it could be grandchildren. Of course, it could be children that have child arrangement orders and children that have special guardianship orders
Mm,
with the EA national and his spouse. And it could also be children that have been adopted or have been born through surrogacy. So when we talk about children in general, Appendix EU of our immigration rules is quite broad. And
yeah.
if you're a child who is over the age of 21, there is the requirement to show that you are dependent. If you're a child who is under 21, there is no such requirement. But if you're over 21, there is that requirement to show that you are depending on that EA national and his spouse or his spouse. And so when we say dependent, we mean somebody who is being financially supported, somebody who is being socially supported, or who is also being emotionally supported, or for, if they have health reasons, they are being supported in terms of their health. And that is also to meet their essential needs, whether it is wholly or it is partly, it is to meet their essential needs. So if you are thinking about bringing your child who is over the age of 21, or
Mm,
you are thinking about your child who is here in the UK who has 5 years limited leave to remain, and you are thinking about them making an application after their 5 years is um, almost up,
what's up?
then yes, please do think about the fact that they are dependents. And so it is them, it is up to them to show that they are depending on you. It is not up to the Home Office to try and figure it out. It is up to you or to the applicant to show that they are depending on you for that support to be able to meet their essential needs. And so, if you are somebody who is thinking about making such an application, or you know somebody who is going to be able to find this useful, then please give them our contact details, which I'll be sharing with you now, and then we will take it from there.
Oh,
As Vicky said, we are from BWF Solicitors, and our address is mainly in London. We also have one in Ghana, but for now, we will focus on the one in London. And our address is the fourth floor of Anna House, 214 to 218, Tottenham High Road, London. Our postcode is N154NP. So N154NP. Our office telephone number. We are usually open from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time from Monday to Friday. And our office telephone number is 0208 493 7340. So 0208 493 7340. And then my number out of office hours is 075 3581 3910. So 075 3581 3910.
hilarious. I like the way you went like Greenwich Mean Time.
Now we are exactly the same time as most countries that share our time zone. So I had to put that in there. Thank you.
That's what we call the Queen's language.
Of
Proper.
course.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, before we end this program, I would like to announce to you, as I always do, that BWF Solicitors do have another program on Facebook. We start at 4 p.m. Is the community and the law. Today, we have lawyer Richard representing BWF Solicitors. He'll be talking about, I think today's topic is, can I apply for leave to remain in the UK with my partner if I have no immigration status? Such an interesting one. Wow. The topic again is, can I apply for leave to remain in the UK with my partner if I have no immigration status? So please stay tuned at 4 o'clock, and lawyer Richard will be able to, go into this topic. Send in your questions, just the same format as we did here. They will be able to answer all your questions. So that is at 4 p.m. BWF Solicitors Facebook page. They'll be having another legal education. I will entreat you to just tune in, and you will never regret, tuning into this program as well. So on that note, I would like to say thank you so much for staying with us throughout this program. We really appreciate you and adore you. Without you, this program is not going to be as successful as it has been. I know this program is getting bigger and better. Keep on supporting us, because we do need you. So take good care of yourself. Have a lovely weekend. We will surely come your way, myself and lawyer Eunice. Same time next week, 1 p.m. prompt, for your free legal education. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specializing in a range of legal services, including family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary and family law. At BWF, our solicitors are pleased to offer high-quality legal representation at competitive rates. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, has over 29 years' experience as a lawyer in the UK. BWF Solicitors provide independent and practical legal assistance for all kinds of family matters, such as childcare, contested and uncontested divorce, and injunctions for domestic violence. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you in this difficult time, which is why we offer confidential advice delivered in a sensitive manner. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation in all family and matrimonial cases. Are you seeking advice on immigration-related matters? At BWF Solicitors, our immigration team are experts in dealing with everything from general immigration to complex immigration work permits, arranging student visas, as well as entry clearance visas, family visas, and appeals. Our senior partner is an accredited member of the Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel, which guarantees expert representation. Our office is open from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and on Saturdays by appointment only from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are located at 4th floor Anna House, 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, London, N15 4NP, just a short walk from Seven Sisters Underground. Our senior partner, Bernardo Wusu, is also a qualified barrister and a member of the Ghana Bar Association. He has acted as an expert in court cases involving aspects of Ghanaian law. He has also advised local authorities, the official solicitor's office, and other solicitors on the intricacies of Ghanaian law, and is a regular contributor on the radio and TV on matters concerning Ghanaian law.